Greetings, I'm MisterFuzzles, and welcome back to Primordia. Previously, we got the rundown on how things work in Metropole by a robot trader named Leopold in a maintenance spot. We learned a bit about Metromind, the leading intelligence of the city, and got a name, Scraper, for the attacker who took out Power Core. We also learned we could appeal for its return at the courthouse. We find ourselves in front of Oswald and Cornelius, about to decide a naming dispute over the robot. Why don't we take a look at the information they provided us.
I'm ready to hear your arguments.
Excellent, excellent. My dear friend, this is not a difficult case. In the Primordium, it was once said, 10 people have 10 ideas, and 20 idle hands. Wise Horatio. Long years have passed, but the principle remains true. Did Cornelius have the idea for my beloved Rex? I concede he did. But who built him with his own claws and tools? Who hammered and soldered and wired Rex? That would be my humble self. Wise Horatio, a robot's fabronymic has the suffix built, not designed. And Rex is Oswald built, no matter who designed him.
Okay.
He makes a good case, boss.
What about you, Cornelius?
If you're so smart, you can figure this out for yourself. The question isn't what built Rex, but who built him. Your little friend there isn't named Hammer-built or Plasma Torch-built. You call him Horatio-built. Every robot uses tools to build. Oswald was merely a tool with tools. My vision was the creative force. And if you disagree, then you can go and rust in the rain.
What do you think, boss? Who gets to take credit?
They both seem to have some merit to their arguments. However, we don't appear to have any sort of middle ground. Of course, I don't think Cornelius Oswald built flows well if we could choose something like that. And I certainly don't believe Factor is much of a choice either. Therefore, I'm going to choose no one.
No one can take credit. Neither of you could have built Rex without the other, so neither of you can put your name on him. His name is Rex Nullbuilt, version 1.
Outrageous!
Surely, sir, you have misspoken.
No, I have not. In any case, Rex is his own robot. He can make up his own mind.
What fools we were to accept his judgment.
Indeed. Wait!
Well, boss, hats off to you.
At least Rex seems pretty happy with that judgment. And it looks like we managed to get a top hat.
It's a fine felt hat. Given its age, it's in remarkable condition.
I'm holding out for a crown.
I'm not going to go around putting a hat on things for no reason.
Let's see the next one in line.
Hello? Hello?
I don't think it can hear you, boss.
A complicated floating robot with a spinning antenna on its head.
An antenna. Well, we do have a transmitter on us.
I'm going to try sending messages to him in binary.
On an analog transmitter? That sounds like fun. For once, I'm glad you're the one with hands.
May mandelbrose bulbs unfurl their spirals, breathing silently.
What's he saying?
Shh!
You do not join the harmony. I sing alone. I am one part of the great front. To your God, I will be known as Gimbal, built by Lapidus of Sovitas. The choir is silent. Burning ship has been extinguished. Strange attractors attract no man. I alone sing the function. When I came to this silent city, join the harmony. Leopold built our steamboat, told me that he had a device that would sing with me. In exchange, I traded my secondary motor. The one he sold me does not sing.
It's a record.
Leopold tricked me, and he will not return my motor. I will sue him and force it to return. Infinite lawsuits, is that one? I sing with all my voices. You hear only one. Now, I must recover my motor so that I can dance with the harmony.
Looks like we're going to need to go talk to Leopold about a motor.
Let's see what she gave us.
It's a vinyl record entitled Children's Sing-Along, whatever that means.
Well, let's talk to the last robot in line.
Excuse me.
Sir, my apologies, sir. 187th Legion built. Surly Company. Reporting.
Horatio Nobuilt, version 5. A pleasure.
Horatio Nullbuilt, sir? Never heard of any service bot with that designation. Still, it's good to see another Urbanian, sir. After things got foobarred back home, I figured Surly Company was all that was left.
Urbanian? What are you talking about?
Assad. Finally made a friendly and uses cracked as primer. No offense, sir, just hoped... Well, never mind that. How can I assist you, sir?
Surly Company? Urbanian? What are you talking about?
Well, sir, I'm not sure quite where to start. I had you figured for one of us, seeing as how you came up as a friendly on my IFF. I could see you as a member of Surly Company, boss, but as friendly? No. Assume he's got some mouth on him, huh, sir? Always do those flyboys.
Look, why don't you just give me a quick rundown?
Well, sir, can't see the harm, even if you are a decoy. War's over, after all. It was over before Surly Company even deployed. See, we're Urbanian robots. A long time back, Urbani and Metropol got to fighting over something. Who knows what. The Metropolitans fried their civilians, and Legion told us to strike back. Word was, some big airship of ours was supposed to knock out Metropol's defenses, and we just come in for mop-up. But the Metros took our ship down with their own heavy hitter, some giant named Goliath.
I see.
Anyway, Surly Company was all that was left, so we deployed 200 strong.
What happened then?
Well, it's a long march from Urbani, sir, and most of us broke down on the way. All said and done, the only ones who made it were me, 113th, and a signal bot we called Primer. The rest are all out there in the dunes somewhere.
I'm sorry.
War's war, sir. If it didn't crash hard, they wouldn't have built us in the first place. If it makes you feel any better, Horatio cut Goliath's finger off. Well, sir, someone ought to stick a medal on your chest.
Why are you in line?
Seeing as how I'm on the outside now, sir, I figured I had to go pay restitution for shooting up the enemy HQ.
Enemy HQ?
Yes, sir. That big tower in the center of the city.
Okay, so why haven't you paid? It sounds like all of this happened a long time ago.
Years ago, sir. But the courthouse has been locked down the whole time. I figured they'll open it up eventually, and then I can clear my name.
What if it doesn't open?
Well, sir, I know all about hurry up and wait.
Can I try opening that door?
Belay that, sir. The authorities told me that no one goes in till the door opens on its own.
But aren't we on the same side?
Affirmative, sir. But since I'm on CivDiv now, my programming requires me to submit to the local authorities.
What happened to 113th and Primer?
After we got to Metropol, we tried to put up a fight, but couldn't do much. They fried 113th, and my rifles jammed. Primer surrendered on our behalf. After dressing us down, they took all my big guns and sold the 113th shell to some scrap dealer. Primer never was the same. He encrypted part of his own logic so he wouldn't have to think about losing the war any longer. Then, he disappeared beneath the city. And me, I came here.
How did the war end?
For Surly Company, it ended when we staggered in here and surrendered. Beyond that, sir, it's all above my pay grade. Truth is, sir, we never even knew what we were fighting for, let alone what the Metropolitans wanted. So I can't say for certain that Metropol won, but I'm pretty sure Urbani lost, what with all the civilians being dead and the army being beaten.
How do you know you even have to pay something?
This seems logical, sir.
What if I could pay your fine for you, or get it canceled?
Well, sir, then I'd be much obliged. I'll probably just leave town. Can't say that I much like being in enemy territory.
And how are we gonna do that, boss? I'll figure something out. Goodbye.
Over and out, sir.
187th Legion build.
We now have 2 goals to help these 2 robots out. One for a debt, and one to get our motor back. Let's just check something out first.
What are you doing here?
Waiting.
For what?
My bus.
I'm pretty sure the bus isn't coming.
It will come.
Your bus is a burning wreck about 2 blocks from here.
It will come. I must go home. Metromind will take me home.
A rather simple-looking model. Bus stop. Buses run every 10 minutes. 10 is crossed out, and 30 is written below it. 30 is crossed out, and 60 is written below it. 60 is crossed out, and daily is written below it.
Daily minutes? That doesn't make sense.
If it makes you feel better, daily is crossed out, and service suspended is written below it.
Why don't we head back to Leopold?
Did you buy an Urbanian robot named 113th Legion build?
I've done a lot of trades, Tyro. I can't be expected to keep track of them all.
You need to give Gimbal back his motor, Leopold.
All trades are final, Tyro. Told him that before we did the swap. Now my problem, he don't like records.
You knew he wasn't looking for a record.
Listen, Tyro, I don't know what people want or don't want. They do. Not my job to do Q&A on their faulty logic.
You know he's going to sue you, right?
Let him try. First off, he can't get into the courthouse any more than you can. Second, what's his case? A deal's a deal.
Unfortunately, I think Leopold's got some logic there. See if we can't trade for it. Well, actually we can't at the moment.
Goodbye.
If you remember, we need a larger motor for the motor he has in there. We only have one place, really, left to look. Why don't we head down?
Boss, I think I saw something move in the water.
That's just your imagination. They look like they've been stripped of usable parts. Some kind of hatch.
Where else would we find the motor?
It's rusted shut.
Why don't we clean that off a little bit?
There's no reason. I've cleaned off the rust. Looks like there's an engine in here. Well, let's see what we've got here. I have no use for it.
That's never stopped you before.
It must have been some kind of tank for storing fluid, but it's dry as dust. I can't get it up. I have no use for an air intake duct. I'm sure it played some role when this machine was operational. An air intake. This internal combustion engine is in relatively good shape. Let's see if I can manage this. Hopefully I won't be holding onto this engine for long.
Just one more item to take.
A sturdy-looking fan belt.
And we'll be back down to explore later.
Let me see your...
Come take a look.
Here you go, Leopold. A nice big engine for you.
Not bad at all. You're a real scavenging expert.
Is that a compliment or an insult, boss?
Wait a minute, this motor is broken. The copper wiring's been stripped.
All items sold as is, Tyro. And I never said anything about copper wire being included.
You're a fine piece of work, Leopold.
Never said anything about that, neither. Now you want to trade? Let's trade. Otherwise, get a move on.
Lucky for us, we have some copper wiring.
Hey! She gave that to me as a token of her affection.
I'll give you all the copper wiring you want once we're done here.
Like I want a token of your affection.
I need to find a way to connect the colored nodes to each other without crossing any wires.
Why don't we just use the plasma torch?
That's not going to work this time.
The crowbar?
Nope.
I'll give you a second to let you see if you can figure it out, and then I'll solve it for you. Got it?
And one more piece of junk is operational.
Let's go back to Gimbal and give this to her.
May Mandelbrot's bulbs unfurl their spirals for you, silent one. My joy rises like a phoenix. You are silent, you now alarm me. Now I must continue my search. Farewell, silent one.
You know, I'm kind of glad I missed out on that one, boss. Sometimes it's nice to just be along for the ride.
Relay that. Keep information.
I guess we need to wait our turn.
We do have one item to help. There's something about laws we printed earlier.
The Law in You, a Metropolitan Guide. It's written by Clarity Arbiter-Built. It explains about the refuge rule and says that, for the first 48 hours after a robot arrives at Metropole, it will not be punished for violations of any laws except for harming another robot or causing significant property damage. Look here. Under Metropole's refuge rule, a newcomer to the city is not liable for any superficial property damage caused within the first 48 hours of his arriving in the city.
Well, sir, I'll be crashed. I shot that building pretty good.
Are you sure?
Think so.
Horatio Null built version 5. I am Metromind. I have been watching you. I am always watching. I know what you are doing. I know why you are here. You are welcome in my city, but that welcome can be taken away. And there are worse things to lose than a power core.
Wait.
Don't know what you've been up to, Tyro, but you're poking at the wrong socket.
I'll bear that in mind.
Comes as no surprise Metromind knows we are here. Leopold did mention this fact. Of course, it's probably slightly disturbing she could take over a robot like that.
I really want to pop that guy, boss.
He's not a balloon, Crispin.
Your point?
A gray android.
Nothing else we can do, so why don't we head up to the tower.
Well, boss, somewhere in there is our power core.
This must be where 187th Legion build tried shooting the door, but the damage is entirely superficial.
Amateurs.
Anybody home?
You know, boss, I don't think that's ever going to work.
You never know.
Looks like a code panel. But we don't have any codes.
Some kind of track running up the side of the tower.
Nothing left to do, so why don't we head back to 187th and tell them what we found out.
I inspected the damage. All you did was ding the metal.
Well, for once I can't complain about the Sonic P-shirts they gave me. I owe you one, sir. If I ever see you again, I'll be sure to repay the favor.
Courthouse closed until further notice, pursuant to Civil Ordinance Section 889-B1C.
See if we can head in.
Someday, that's going to work.
It's a keycard scanner.
Of course, it wouldn't be that easy. With no other place to go, why don't we head back down into the sewers?
These submersible robots seem to be consuming the iron oxide in this runoff water.
In other words, they'd eat us if we fell in?
Only our rust.
Now I really wish you'd polish me with that rag, boss.
We seem to have another robot here.
Oh, hi. Oh, hey. Now look what I see. The wings of Urbani and his little trainee.
Why is everyone we meet crazy?
Crazy, he says. Oh my, oh dear. I assure you, my comrades, there's nothing to fear. Just little lost me, your brother knight errant. A brother in arms. We have different parents.
Who are you?
My name is my secret. You can't make me talk. I'd ruin my puzzle, give a key to my lock.
Maybe we'll just call you Screw Loose.
And Joker, he seems, for sure not an ace. He needs a small clue to spare him disgrace. For the crowds who adore me, Prime is my name. By now, no doubt, you've heard of my fame.
You're 187's brother.
Line up the toy soldiers, 200 abreast. The bravest of brave, the best of the best. Wind up the toy soldiers to march on their way. The city has fallen, no reason to stay. 200 abreast, my sisters and brothers. Now only 3 left. Forget all the others.
I guess that's a yes?
50 behind me, he came off the line. The gunner's no funner for being a brother of mine.
How do you survive down here?
I'm a soldier by trade. Legion built me to last. My armor is sturdy, my pistons are fast. I carry no guns, for my weapon's my mind. And those who would kill me will find themselves primed.
Really, don't you think you're overdoing it? I mean, that barely made sense. And it hardly rhymed.
No. Bro.
Why are you here?
When we laid down our arms, my medal was taken. Drunken Nirvana from the cause we'd forsaken. The metropolitan thief cast it deep in this hole, where now it lies buried like bituminous coal.
Cogs and gears, bituminous coal.
You're looking for a medal?
No, my comrade, you've misunderstood. I sit here and wait, as a penitent should. If the medal finds me, I shall claim it straight. But until that day, I shall sit here and wait.
Why Primer?
There's nothing so gorgeous, flawless, or fine as the perfectly indivisible numbers of prime. Consider this list 2 to 199.
Well, that was helpful.
Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling, the city awaits.
Nothing else further here. Let's explore a little more.
I can't reach it from here. It's a raised drawbridge. I wonder if that keypad controls the bridge. I can't possibly... Crispin, can you try typing something into that keypad?
If by typing you mean ramming my face, then yes, boss, I suppose I can.
Don't really have a code for that either. Let's go back to Primer for a second, see if he knows anything.
Do you know anything about that locked bridge past the cars?
What I know is a vault locked tight with a key, which only a fool would open for free.
Fine. What do you want?
Was that a fool, a peddler is he, who opens his locks for merely a fee?
I repeat, what do you want?
Nothing more than to sit here and see if you poor interlopers are smarter than me.
Boss, can we use the plasma torch on him?
No. Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling. The city awaits.
Unfortunately, that didn't quite help. Let's continue exploring down this way for a moment.
Warning. Factor facilities decommissioned. Enter at own risk. For now, that thing's ignoring us. Best to keep it that way. It's some kind of broken down robot.
Whatever it is, it looks dangerous.
Doesn't look like we can go this way either. Seeing as Primer is the one who apparently screwed with the lock, why don't we stop here? See if we can outsmart Primer. Thank you for joining me. I bid you farewell.